welcome to another episode of the Snub Nose Show. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long week. But I'm back here. What up, Steve?
What up, brother? How you doing?
Oh, man, I can complain, but I still do. You know what I'm saying? We had a beautiful Mother's Day episode. I got a lot of feedback. I'm going to talk about that, but I got a special surprise for you today. You know what I'm saying? I got a little Bubba J. Hit it, Steve. You know what I'm saying? Shot-town rap is what we play.
They run up and down, posted on Stony Island. I gotta get my whole fam to an island. Some lobster and pasta, we eat like Italians. I call the itis, let me get my nap. Jump out in my sleep and I start to think back. One thing about me, I always speak facts. This is Shot-town, some say this is Chirac.
My 30 filled to the top with them hollows. I'm on the couch drinking out of the bottle. Yo, little bitch thirsty, she all on my heels. She want a real nigga out of Chicago. I bumped this bitch from the A, she was bad. Hermes and Birkin, man, she match my swag. We told down Linus and she match my bag. Yo, man can't come here unless he got a pass. I'm from the east where they murder inserter O's. We grew up poor, mama ain't gotta work no more. She called a flight just to fuck me, little bitch. If you lucky, I might introduce you to Durkee. Yo, Herbo or Bibby, my city be jumping like it got a vertical. Swerving convertible, flick through the town. Girl, let's go burn down Magnificent Mile. Now, we used to tear down the lock in the plaza for Pellies. These sneakers ain't in the stores. Now we just tear down Perillo or Billy on Rush Street. We hop in the Ventadors. I'm really in it, man. I do this shit for my city. I'm not trying to win awards. I told your lady just pop out like Katie and make sure that she bring a friend for fun.
It's no more ordinary lifestyle.
Shot-town.
We living for the moment, talking right now. She from out of town. She trying to book a flight to me right now.
Ballin' out.
She wanna fuck with a nigga from the Chi-town. Chi-town, 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 Chi-town. She wanna fuck with a nigga from the Chi-town. Chi-town, 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 Chi-town. She wanna fuck with a nigga from the Chi-town.
I'm from the part of the city where niggas be lining you up. Driving my big brother Lincoln, I tell the bitches that it's mine, I'm lying the fuck. Chillin' on the block was exciting to me. Got a couple moles that's riding with me. Know a couple niggas that told on the king. Mr. Minnie can't get it daddy with the peas. Back clothes from Fort City, cause the party finna be teed up at Mr. Cheese. City full of scams, they all gon' ham. CP in just to get keys. And they doing snatch and grab. Bet my bitch a bag, she could turn up on Instagram. Fuck to R. Kelly. Young nigga turning up, fucking in the minivan. From the city of Mocha. Ain't no pads if we see 'em, we smoke 'em. Bumper slide made it cool to post up. They really changed the culture.
Got a good show for him.
Larry Hoover had man me
good show lined up for him.
They'll tell him thank you. If a nigga play with me, but don't spank them. Now we eat it ourselves, came a long way from
the man and the woman.
You got some heat.
I got some gas.
That's what people want.
But you know what? I got some controversial topics. But you know what? Let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. Welcome. To another episode of the Snub Nose. I'm so glad to be here. Like Steve. The outreach of the people that watch the show. I've been getting so much love and support. You get
a lot of feedback, huh?
No, just not feedback. Just like I get feedback, but I get like, it's the stuff like from an Uber drive. I can't even get in the Uber car now. You know what I'm saying? They be like, man, I watch your show. And I'm a little modest but arrogant. Let's start it off. So Tory Lanez is in jail.
You said what?
Tory, what's his name? Tory Lanez, the motherfucker who shot Meg Thee Stallion. What's his name?
Tory Lanez.
Lanez, what lame? Huh? Tory Lame.
That's a new name, Tory Lame.
So this nigga gets stabbed in jail. You know what I'm saying? 14 times. Lungs collapsed.
So he said. So he says.
All right, now that's unbelievable and not believable. Because if Jason Voorhees stabbed you 14 times, you're dead, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. How did he survive that? And don't they do jail checks in your cell? They come and they be like, you know what, we're going to turn your mattress over. We're gonna look for contraband and shit. You know, and shakes. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing you gotta have in jail is a shake. You know that. You know. I don't give a fuck if you gotta go in the hole or not. You can't go nowhere in jail without a shake.
Rather be caught with it than without it.
Woo! You better have that shake. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, motherfucker. You know what I mean? And then you I guess when niggas in jail, you most vulnerable in the shower and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because where you gonna have your shake? I don't want to say where you gonna have it, but goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, up your ass, nigga. You know, and niggas come in there, you know, if I was in jail, I was like, can I get like, you know, like a personal shower, a personal bathroom?
No, nigga, what you think this is?
It's at the Wall of Astoria.
No, nigga, you go shower in there with all the rest. You and Gym Pop.
you gotta eat molded bread like the rest of them. But, you know, they shouldn't have Tory in general population. They have Floyd Mayweather in general population.
Well, that's
they have Mike Tyson in general population. You know what I'm saying? But they got a nigga like this, and a nigga that stares him look weak as hell. I'm gonna let this nigga stare at me. Nigga, I would have beat the shit out of him with my bands.
Now, if you don't see it coming, that's the thing. If you think you fighting a person and they got a knife.
It must have been a little ass knife, you know. You know what I'm saying? It must have been like a cute, like a toothpick, you know, like, he probably just popped him with a tooth. 14, nigga, if I stab you 14 times and you live, that's my fault. You know, Diddy in town now. And the trial is going on, you know. And they got people speaking out about him, you know. I'm taking a shot of this gas, you know. Tequila, shouts out to Jose Cuervo. And they go, and people are testifying against him. You know, all the people that worked for him for years, why you ain't testify against that nigga, you know what I'm saying, while you was working for him, you know, he was like, his bodyguards, like, all his bodyguards got fucked, you know, if a nigga fucked me, and I didn't like it, I'm not going to work for you again. You know what I'm saying? The nigga got fucked. He go right back to work. You know that?
But if you did like it, you're going back to work.
No, they gave him, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't even know because I've never been fucked. You know what I'm saying? I can't even imagine looking back at it. You know, don't come in me. You know? Could you imagine that shit? You know? And then he was like, man, take this $2,000. Shut up. Well, and they're like, yes, sir, Mr. Diddy. Mr. Diddy. You know, and you know, and Cassie, you know, I thought that she was so sweet and innocent. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? You know that she likes her. He hired a nigga to piss in her mouth. You know what I'm gonna hire this. How do you find? Like, you know, is that on Craigslist? What do you find a nigga? You know, like piss in mouth, bitch. You know, what's your rate? What do you do?
You're a freaky boy, man. You're a freaky boy.
Can you come and piss in my girl's mouth? You know
is that extra? You think that's extra?
I would do it on the house. You know, I'm like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'd be bad. I'm like, that's all you want me to do? I can do a lot more.
Can a woman be too fine that you couldn't piss in her mouth?
Excuse me?
Can a woman be too fine that you couldn't piss in her mouth?
I could come in her mouth, you know. I'm not a freak like that. I should go around pissing on rolls, you know what I'm saying? That ain't really my thing, you know. And then she was like, you know what? The first freak off, you know, she engaged in it. She did it. You know what I'm saying? I thought that's a nasty bitch. Nasty. You know what? And
you don't like nasty women?
I like slutty women. Not nasty. That's nasty.
Please.
Like, can you smell my fart? Oh, nasty. You know, can you piss in my mouth? Nasty. No, just suck my dick, swallow and cum, leave, and call me in 3 days.
No show.
Boo.